Hello there. I have been driving around Duluth. This, that, and the other place. I've basically been to every corner, it feels like. I just listened to like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan, off of Highway 61 Revisited. I'm on Highway 61 right now, which is a bit surreal to be doing, and it provides a whole different perspective on what his lyrics mean. Like a Rolling Stone is about street people, the displaced, and there are several displaced people here in Duluth. It's kind of hard to see, hard to watch. My car looks nicer than it actually is, and I've had, unfortunately, the word I will be using is several people approach my car asking if I can spare them some change. When you're in Minneapolis driving around, as I do a lot, people don't approach your vehicle. I mean, people stand at street corners with signs and stoplights and all that. But here in Duluth, I'll be at a stoplight and a lady goes right up to me, just like right here. And, excuse me, sir, you know, could I have $2? I don't carry change on me. That's not an excuse. My reasoning for not is I don't have a lot of money right now. Again, this car is really not as worth as much as people think it is. I mean, people be getting into my car for ride share. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm riding in a Tesla for the first time! And they're all excited and they're asking me about it. And they're like, oh, it's so fancy. Look at that touchscreen. The door handles, you know, hide into the side of the car. And just people get, it's heartwarming. It's very disheartening to be working Lyft at 7:30. I'm like, 7:30 is too early to feel unsafe in an area. The sun's still out. It's the summer. It's tourist season. And yet, today I saw an altercation where police were getting involved. There were about, 8, 9 people. I was dropping a lady off by the bus station. Very happy that she was getting out of here. And I was talking about my road trip, and she says, oh, you don't stay here. I'm surprised you're stuck here for, it's like the way she phrased it is like she was a happy person, but she assumed that I'm stuck here, and like that verbiage has always irked me. One of the reasons why I moved away from my college town of Oshkosh, Wisconsin is because I felt this gnawing feeling that I was going to get stuck there. And I've only been here, 3 days now, and I can see people getting stuck. I was just talking to the last ride I just did. I was talking to a lady who said her family moved away to the Twin Cities. She's here. And she doesn't know what to do with her life, really. She feels stuck. And I go to the tourist center. I mean, Canal Park is hustling, bustling, and great architecture, and the aerial bridge is great, and the shops are great, and the public fountains, and just like infrastructure. So there's like these carriage rides you can do. There is a lot of, it's a tourist town. It's set up as a tourist town, that area. The world's largest freshwater sandbar. But I also see what Bob Dylan was talking about. Is there's a culture here, the native culture, the settler culture, the homeless culture, out of respect to those who are displaced and to not spotlight them. I'm just going to talk about them, and I'm not going to film said peoples. Got some police action right here. I don't know. I've only been here 2.5 days, and I've already easily made the decision I do not want to live here. 10 years ago, I considered it. But I saw a lady who was drugged out of her mind today, jaywalking. She walked right in front of my car, and I looked her in the eye, and it was so heartbreaking. She crossed right into traffic going the other way. Now, the reason why there are many positive aspects that drew me to Duluth when I was a bit younger, and why my parents brought me here, is there's great destinations, and it's got a nice healthcare system. Passing by Essentia Health Hospital right now, it's a very well-known, well-established hospital. Grandma's Marathon, the Whole Foods Co-op, not Whole Foods as in the Amazon, but it was before then. It's a food cooperative, natural food store. Wonderful. I've been going there, getting some fresh plums and apricots and peaches. They're in season right now. I'm passing by a theater district. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in a row, down on their luck. Next to a very old building, 1883, next to a casino. Another homeless fella. I mean, it's 7:47. It shouldn't be like this. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. Got going on the road. Clocked into work at I think 6:30 ish, and the roads were clear. You probably can't see it because of the bridge, but right about there is a solar array that I'm about to plug into. Canal Park, immediately you feel safer. There's kids running around. There is a security presence. Not that security makes you feel any safer, but it's different. And more of a family atmosphere. And not tense on the side of the road. Bob Dylan's song Highway 160 or Highway 61 Revisited. See if I can remember the lyrics. God said to Abraham, "Kill me a son." Abraham said, "Man, you must be putting me on." God said, "No." Abe said, "Why?" Something about, "Listen here, bud." So Abe said, "All right, where you want this killing done?" He said, "Over on Highway 61. He has different names that he comes up with for different characters, for different nameless, displaced people who are living on the streets. That's my interpretation. At least, like, it fits the mold. The first time you hear the song, it's just like, oh, he's talking about Abraham and God. He's like, no, he's talking about, like, a pimp as God who, like, has a God complex, you know, ruling the area. And Abraham being, like, the first son to, I don't know. That's what I thought. I'm going to go ahead and plug in. Just unlocked it. What I'm going to do, my plan, is I booked 2 nights. It's Monday today, so Tuesday night and Wednesday night at Jay Cook State Park. I brought along my tent. Might as well, since I'm here, go for a walk. The sunroof. There was a kid who was riding in the car not too long ago. He's like, "Oh, can you open the sunroof?" So I opened the sunroof. That was adorable. You can almost immediately tell the difference between a local and a tourist here is because the locals, it's usually a family, you know, mom, pop, 2 kids. For some reason, always 2 kids, and they're always just like super animated about it. It's like, oh, we did this, we went to Canal Park, we went to Park Point, we went and did the helicopter ride, and then I do a ride for like a local, and they're so blasé, and I say, oh, it's tourist season, and more than one person, there must be something on social media that's feeding this narrative, but they said, it's alcohol season. It's like, the fuck does that mean? Alcohol season? Come on. If the summer is alcohol season, what is winter? The winters are brutal here. No one seems to care. It's like, oh, I never noticed. There's all these beautiful trees. It's a blue spruce right there. They're everywhere. I mean, there's a really healthy, biodiverse tree canopy here. For sure, this is a Tree City, USA. Now, this is just a hotel, but on the streets of Duluth, there are black walnuts, there are white cedars, there's blue spruce, there's lindens, there's green ashes. I mean, there's everything. There's care put into the natural. I've made it to the beach where there are, as you will momentarily see, rocks. Lots of rocks. kids skipping rocks, all that. People looking at me. This is embarrassing. I wanted to shoot a video of me walking on all of these rocks that you will momentarily see, the boulders from Lake Superior, some of the oldest rocks in the United States, estimated to be 2.3 billion years old. I was just at Moose Lake State Park, and they have a agate museum where they talk about all of the different formations of rocks. I'm going to switch up the camera so you get a better view. All right, this is me doing it. This is me vlogging myself. This feels so artificial. There are at least 100 people out here, but aren't these rocks great? I kind of want to put some statistics on the screen in post right here about some rock facts. Oh, fuck. I don't want to do this. I'm just going to go down by the water and maybe skip some rocks.